All right, welcome everybody. Hey, biker, let's get things rolling here. Let's go. I'm gonna get myself marked here so I'm available, and you guys join in, and we're gonna start having some fun. I think we're gonna start right off at Durrell. Seems to be the best spot to be farming here lately. So if you want to get in on this group right now, you want to do a request to join party. All right. Oh, I gotta go to the Tree of Whispers first, though. Crap. Let's do that first. All right. There you go. What's up, everybody? We've been doing great farming mythics. I mean, we're averaging 10 to 12 an hour. I'm just gonna grab this tree real quick. We're gonna go to Durrell. Here, I'll mark it so everybody knows where we're gonna go. All right. That's weird. Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
It is done.
Now, materials. Okay. Just gonna stick it in my bag, which is full as heck. All right, here we go. Let's get to Durrell. Again, we have spots available, so jump in, grab a spot. Let's go. Grab a spot and let's go. We got enough room for 2 more people. There we go. Sanders here. Naomi. Oh, and I went right back in it. I just keep doing that. And there we go. We are now full. All right. We're full. Let's come over here. We're going to Durrell, everybody. We're going to Durrell. I'm good, Naomi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Devin, we've done that in the past, yeah. But I don't know if there's any reason to go do higher night. Are you talking about? You're not talking about nightmare dungeons. Are you talking about pit? Okay, let's go ahead. Everything is cashed in here. All right. Seeing a lot of lag today. I don't know if you guys are too, but I've been seeing a lot of lag this morning. Right there was a big one. Lots of lag happening this morning. I don't know what's going on, but there's been a lot. Got to 240 and quit. I don't blame you, Adam. I don't blame you, bro. The only way I only play lately, this is all I do, is just, I switched to my Spiritborn and carry people through. Not even carry lately, because these guys are all geared up now, too. It's just farm mythics. We've been getting, like, we've been very successful grabbing mythics. So yeah, I don't blame you, Adam, at all. I totally understand your point there. Usually, my guess is the patch is probably going to hit about 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is normal, and it's like 11 a.m. California time. But you never know. Sometimes they do it later in the afternoon as well. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start it. I know somebody had sent me a thing saying they were gonna be right back, so we're gonna go ahead and start it. The gear will, the drops will still be here when he gets here, and I forgot to drink an elixir. That's all right. We will after this. Your rogue felt like a slug. Which build were you doing? The dancing knives one. Well, now we'll see what's gonna happen after this patch, but the dancing knives one is pretty fun build. Okay, so let's do this first before I get too far along. We're going to drink that, and we'll drink that. Victimizing. Oh, well, that the victimize is going to get a buff on this patch. I bet you was terrible because the victimize, they just killed it. They nerfed it so bad they broke it real bad. So now it's supposed to be getting buffed up with this new patch. We'll see. Victimize used to be awesome. They kind of broke it. They're saying they're gonna fix it. We'll see. The patch is supposed to be today, from what I understand. Oh, there you go. We just got a first mythic already, Melted Heart. So there you go. We're 6 minutes in, and first mythic. I'm telling you, we average about 10 to 12 an hour. That's awesome. Good to see. Good to see. This has been basically the spot where drops have been happening, at least for me and for my groups that I bring in here. I really like my companion druid. I think it's a fun play. My mighty throw barb is pretty fun, although a little bit bugged. And fireball sorcerer, although that's gonna maybe get changed today with the patch. We'll see. The only character I have that I really don't like playing this season is my Necro. I have a Spirit Wave Necro, and boy, do I not enjoy it. I don't really know why. I just can't get the feel of him. Oh, well, that's a nice piece, Nesville. 4 GA Banishlord. There's a lot of people that would give you a good penny for that. There is a patch. It's underneath the campfire chat area, Adam. If you go to BattleNet, you'll see it. It's under the campfire chat for last week. The very last campfire chat has it of everything they're talking about doing with the patch. Actually, you could probably search it on YouTube too. If you do Diablo 4 campfire chat, you'll see the one last week is where they were talking about what they're going to do with this patch.
I can break that down.
I think a throw barb is having problems, even all of them are at 100. Okay, so I don't know what build you're doing, but I can tell you this, that the throw barb went through a huge change maybe a couple weeks ago, I want to say. Glyphs got changed out on the build, so make sure you're checking that. I think they got rid of the dominant glyph, or man, I just can't remember. I know that my barbarian just went through it, and that might be why you're doing Rob's build. Okay, I don't know what Rob's build is, so yeah. And Rob is notorious at not, I love Rob, but he's notorious at not updating his build, so keep that in mind. And I know that, like, if you go to max roll, the mighty throw build there, the pit push build, did change quite a bit. I mean, I don't want to say quite a bit. It was one glyph, but to me, that's a lot because you spend all that time leveling glyphs, and then this late in the game, you decide, oh, I made a mistake, or the patch may have done it to him too, where they had to change that glyph out, and now you're stuck leveling another glyph back up. And I cannot recall which one it was, although, I don't want to check it right now. We're on Andiro's Visage. There's 2 mythics in 10 minutes, guys. 2 mythics. Well, Sanders got the hot hand today. And to be quite honest with you, the only reason that I noticed that the change happened to the Mighty Throw, there we go, 3rd. Lysandre's got 3 already in 11 minutes. Let's see come the Herald piece. All right. The only reason I noticed about the changes on the Mighty Throw barb is I was playing it, and it kind of like what you're saying. It felt all of a sudden like he got, like his damage went down. Sorry, I started it. We'll go to town right after this run. Sander was last time too, yeah. Usually Ron Almighty is the lucky hand in here. Usually he pulls quite a few very quickly. All right, here we go, back to town. I wonder if I can pull up real quick on here. Let me just do this real quick. I just want to pull up the Mighty Throw build on here and see if I can tell you exactly which one it was. I think what it did was, here's the glyphs that are now being used. Oh no, that doesn't show the change. See? Yeah, I don't. Grandfather replaces polearm. Executioner glyph was replaced. And I don't know what it was replaced with, but it was the Executioner glyph that was replaced in the Mighty Throw build. So keep that in mind. You may want to just do a little bit of quick research on that, because it looks like back on like November 11th, that week, that patch changed some things. And so the builds, I haven't changed it in my build yet, because I'm pretty good with what I got, but I know that most people have changed it. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, we have room for one more person. I didn't realize somebody left. Huh, interesting. Yeah, you used the grandfather. Me too. I do that. Yeah. Well, you're further along than me if you got all your glyphs at 100 on your barb, because mine are probably sitting more at like 80. Yeah, you don't die, but you just can't take down the boss. That's the same. That's what I've been complaining about as well. Not just with my Mighty Throw barb. My sorcerer, my druid, all have the same issue. They just ain't got enough oomph to do those bosses at about, I'm seeing it at about 95, maybe around where you 90, 95. Yeah, I don't die either, but I run out of time. I can't take the boss down in the time limit. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I feel your pain on that for sure. Same exact problem I'm having. Now this character's fine. It's just all my other, anything that's not my Spiritborn. Yeah, 15 minutes of wasted time. That's exactly what I said. Yep. It just pisses me off, only because I wish that the NPCs on the way would have been killing me. Because if the NPCs on the way to the boss would have killed me, then I wouldn't have wasted 15 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is, because I would have known 2 minutes in that, well, shit, I'm no way I can drop the boss like this. Hang on, I gotta change something here. Okay. Yeah, that was my complaint during the PTR, actually. Even during the PTR, season 4, that was going on. And, you know, I tried to say that, hey, the enemies on the way to the boss aren't scaling up the same as the boss. Because when I get to the boss, it takes me 10 minutes to kill him. And I'll kill him, but it'll take me 10 minutes. Which is a little bit ridiculous. So yeah, that has been an ongoing issue for quite a while, but usually our characters are buffed enough that we didn't have to worry about it too often. Now, season 6, we have to worry about it a lot. Which maybe this patch today will fix a lot of these issues, you know, hopefully. That's the hope. You guys are carried by a Spiritborn. Yeah. That's why for these runs, I use my Spiritborn. I don't like really the Spiritborn too much at all. Yeah, ZZ might be right. There may be new bugs at 2 p.m. today. I hope not. I hope that Blizzard is on it now, realizing that, you know, I just saw the DLC went on sale. So maybe they're starting to understand. You can usually tell by what's going on a little bit if you go in and look at viewership on, especially like on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. The viewership has gone down immensely. I mean, like 90%, 80, maybe 80% of the viewers have left the game. So if the viewers are leaving the game, the players are leaving the game too. And that's a trend that's going on right now, sadly, with it. Bumper, good to see you. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So we have one spot open right now if you want to get in. I've got all friends approved. You send Made Biker pound 1605. Pound 1605. A friend request. I accept it. You then do request to join party. You come in here and you try to grab some of these mythics. We usually average about 10 to 12 an hour. We're at about 5 now, 18 minutes in. And we do have a spot available. Yeah, I mean, right, G-Bob, I agree. I mean, I understand why they do what they do. And like I've always said, you guys have heard me say it a lot. It's their game. They can do whatever they want. We choose to play it or don't play it. That's the way it is. We'll see. I don't know what Diablo's plan is for the future, and you know, it would be nice if suddenly we were fighting Mephisto, you know, something like that. But I would like to see him buff up Lilith. I would like to make Lilith a boss that's worth fighting. Right now, it's just an achievement. I think if they would make some good gear drop from Lilith, it could be a fun a fight that more people were doing. I mean, I don't know if there's a whole lot of people fighting Lilith anymore, just because of the fact that once you get the achievement once, it's pretty much a done deal. You did it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Bumper, I mean, to be honest with you, like my clan, Chumba's clan, I know we don't have any restrictions on people joining at all. Now we're also, I mean, I don't know about Chumbas, but I know like my clan's only the size of 50, but I know that they help a lot of people. Yeah, I don't know why a clan is making any player jump through hoops to join. To me, it just doesn't make sense because the clan really has nothing to offer you. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that's one of the complaints I've had with Diablo was Blizzard was give the clan like a clan stash bag or something like that that we can put stuff in and people can take out and they can also add and blah blah blah. But right now, in my opinion, just there is no advantage to being part of a clan in today because there's so many people willing to help. And you don't, not necessarily, you don't have to be part of a clan to be. I mean, the game is not that sophisticated that it needs it. It's not like World of Warcraft, where you're doing some big raids, 10 people raids, things like that, 20 people. I mean, this game, clans really aren't necessary. I created a clan strictly because somebody said, hey, could you create a clan so we can all group together and within the clan and help each other? And so I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, all right. But honestly, the clan's really not necessary because the community throughout the entire game is very helpful from what I've seen so far. Miss me on Sunday. Well, we'll be back on Sunday again, bro. We'll be back this Sunday. We're going to try to do that because it was pretty popular. I was like, holy cow, yeah. I actually stayed on a little bit longer than I wanted to, but just because it was that popular. So yeah, we'll do it again Sunday. It really helps people that have to work throughout the week. So no worries, bro. You'll catch me. Yeah, some people have to work, exactly. So, that's why I try to do it. We're trying to do it now on Sunday as well. Because people have to work. They want to get in on it. They want to grab some mythics. And a lot of people grab some good mythics on Sunday. In fact, when we went through the group, we changed heads in the group quite a few times, which was nice. And I did not get around to getting... I said I was going to do that. I was going to get that Q stuff installed. The reason I didn't is because I hate Stream Elements. So I started kind of doing some searching, looking for a different method, seeing if there was a different way I could do it. And I didn't really find anything. Exactly right. Yeah, the Party Finder now is working very well. Yeah, the Party Finder in the game, and a lot of people don't realize that it works. It's working. It's working. I think that was a good thing added for this season for sure. A couple of really good things they did this season. Paragon board being shared, well, Paragon points. I mean, a lot of good things. And a few bad. I know a lot of people like myself are not happy that we're forced to run the pit now, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, bro, it caught a lot of attention. A lot. It got so much attention I had to turn the comments off because people were just, I mean, going just like I don't know I don't even know what to say, but yeah, it got a lot of attention. I'm on the seasonal realm. Yeah, I'm on the seasonal. Yeah, it caught a lot of attention. I think it's funny that the people knew exactly who. I mean, if you watch DM's video of it, his I don't know what you want to call it, but his review of it, he agreed with everything. I mean, he agrees with it all. I think it's funny that if you read the comments, a lot of people know exactly who I'm talking about. So, but yeah, I actually have had some good discussions with people that actually contacted me. A couple of them contacted me through my Facebook page, and we went into chat there, and they wanted to understand a little bit more, which was good. And then when I explained to them and what I've seen and what I found, and I sent them a few links to a couple videos, then they were like, oh. And I'm like, uh-huh. But yeah, it's just, when the season's over, it goes to the eternal server. And Bumper, don't worry, it's not, nothing's a dumb question, bro. Yeah, nothing is a dumb question. Don't worry about that. But when your season gets over, your character goes into the eternal server, and there you can keep playing him in the eternal server. But for the next season, you always have to create a new character. That's kind of the way it does. They do it in Last Epoch and you know, Path of Exile. It's pretty basic the way it is. I know a lot of people get upset about it. I'm always surprised because I'm like, well, pretty much every type of this game does it that way. Yeah, DM, he's the redhead kid. Yeah, DM, and DM is good people. And to be honest with you, some of these guys, you know, I follow, and or I had followed. I don't necessarily anymore after some of the research and stuff that I kind of dug up and found, but a lot of people got their butt hurt, and it's okay. It's like, I think it's funny. A lot of them think I need them, which was kind of curious because in some of the people that I actually was able to chat with, they actually felt like, well, you need us. And I'm like, well, no, I don't. I stream for fun. I don't stream for you. You know, and if you don't like me or you don't want to watch, then don't. I could care less. It's your choice. And I think a lot of them were kind of surprised by that. I think there's a lot of sheep right now that is kind of scary, and hey, it is what it is. And I call it out, and if I hurt their feelings, like I told them, oh well, okay. And there was a lot of feelings hurt. A lot of people pissed off. Oh yeah, big time. A lot of people demanded that I take the video down, and I'm like, I'm not gonna. And a lot of people demanded that I actually name names within the video, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that either. Can I play the main quest line when my character is transferred to the Eternal server, even if he's high level? That I don't know the answer to, Bumper. I'll tell you why I don't know the answer to that, Bumper. I don't play the Eternal server. I've never gone to the Eternal server. I have a lot of viewers that do, but I don't know the answer to your question on that. Oh, okay. Drain's just saying yes, you can still play the storyline. So there you go. Friend request is Made Biker pound 1605. I still do have room. Made Biker pound 1605. I think the update will be pushed out. Normally it's about like 11 a.m. Pacific, California time, so like 2 o'clock. Eastern time, but I've also seen them go as late as, you know, 4 p.m. Eastern time, which is 1 o'clock California time. So I don't know when we should even look for the patch, but hopefully it's today. I really haven't even seen any like confirmation saying that it is going to happen today. I think a lot of us are just assuming it's going to happen today, or hoping. Maybe it's hope. After hitting 60. They wait till 4 to download after work. So, you know, that's, again, no idea. Their website says today, Marine is saying, so that is at least a confirmation that we're going to see it today for sure. I mean, maybe all of you guys do that. I haven't gone to their website or anything. Got slow. Can't do anything because I have no equipment, and to get equipment I have to do those dungeons. I die. Okay, so what torment level are you, Francesco? I mean, what level, what difficulty are you at? And then also what class? Torment 1. Okay, and what class are you playing right now? What is it, like sorcerer? Is it spiritborn? Is it spiritborn? Okay. Do you think the current battle pass items and cosmetics are worth it, or should I wait for next season? I don't think any of the cosmetics, but I'm the wrong guy to ask because I don't care about cosmetics. I only get cosmetics because of one viewer always teases me about how my characters look, so I started buying cosmetics. But I mean, it's, you can get most of those cosmetics other ways. Well, I shouldn't say that. Some of them are unique and you can't. Okay, there we go. There's another mythic. That's mythic like 6 now in 30 minutes, right? Let me see. I want to mark it so I don't. Shattered Bow. All right, that thing's been dropping a lot. Spiritborn Francisco, you're Torment 1. First thing I would do is, the very first thing I would do, Francisco, is the Spiritborn requires, you had 3 to count for me. Oh, okay, so we've gotten about 10 already in 30 minutes, maybe 9 in 30 minutes. The Spiritborn, first thing you want to pay attention to is early tempering. You have to temper the equipment on a Spiritborn as you level up a little bit earlier than you do some of the other, because he is dieable the early game. That was one thing that I had to do was temper early game. I hated it because I changed the equipment, but I had to temper. I know, right, Drains? I hear that a lot. But the other thing I would recommend to you, Francisco, is first thing is throw Juggernaut aspect on your pants. Throw that on your pants. Get your armor up. I don't know what your armor is, but more than likely it might be a little low. And then you really just need to just go farm something, even if it's Helltide, and start opening up chests and get some gear. Because I agree with you, you're at a point, you're at that spot right now that it's kind of tough. Let me make sure I've got everybody approved in here. Did I? Oh, there we go. Yep, feel free to request to join party. It is still definitely got 1 spot. There we go. We're now full. Okay, yeah, our drop rate for Mythics has been incredible compared to some of the stories I've heard from people. I mean, the most we did since the week 1 patch after that was 24 in 2 hours. Before that patch happened, that first week, man, by day 3, I was running Mythics and it was really good drops. It was like 30 every 2 hours. Then they did the first little patch. They got rid of that. They lowered it. And now the best we've done is like 24. Yeah, we do get a lot of Mythics. That's for sure. I don't know why my rate is so much different than everybody else's, but yeah, we've been pretty incredible getting people in the party totally geared up. Not only them, but their alts too. I mean, that's how successful these runs have been. Yeah, it does kind of go in waves for me too as well. Like all of a sudden I'll get maybe 1 or 2 drops while my group is getting drops, but I may be getting 1 or 2, and then all of a sudden the next day I'll get 8. But I don't need anything. I have a bag with a stash tab already full of Mythics that I just haven't broke. I need to break. And I broke a lot already, but it's just because of all my different characters. So I hang on to a lot of them for sometimes stupid reasons. A lot of people have been surprised that I'm still playing this game. I mean, they've gotten rid of the crashes, and that was my #1 complaint. My #1 complaint was crash. Crash. Once they got rid of that, I have been feeling a lot better about it. Although I do believe that maybe they need to do something else because the season it's very short for me, and I think for a lot of people. But I know that the casual players are still going at it pretty hard. And we'll do another Sunday run like we did last Sunday because boy was that popular. There you go. Been playing since 1998, bro. Yeah, the lag for me today, Andrew's Visage. There we go. There we go. We are at 10 drops at 36 minutes, so we're already. Oh, I'm sorry I started it. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead. Go. We'll go as soon as we drop him here. Sorry about that. Okay, now we'll go to town. Sorry about that. Made it to T3, but can't do anything solo yet. Okay, the mechanic. Listen, here's a good thing I'm going to tell you to do, bro. Drop down to T2 and go run solo. And mythics will drop. Mythics will drop. And if you want to do, you can go solo and you'll see you're going to laugh how fast you killed Darrell. You know, you will laugh. I swear you're going to go, holy shoot. That was quick.
How can I help?
You would think that with the number of runs you do, you would have some 3 or... Yeah, I've gotten very few. I've been lucky to only have a couple of 2 GA mythics, but yeah. I haven't even gotten that many 4 GA. Just legend unique. I haven't even got many of those. Maybe just a few. That I don't even use, to be honest, because they're not what I needed. But yeah. Yeah, I agree with ZZ's comment where if you can, of course, you know, you want to get into a group and drop them at Torment 4 because just the drop rate is it's just better because it's more. But if you really want to do it and you want to run solo and you're struggling, drop down 1 tier, go, you know, level and difficulty, go kill the bosses. You'll see how easy it is, and you're gonna get some gear that maybe you need. You know, maybe you need a specific piece from Lord Zir. Drop down to T2, go run Lord Zir. Now it may not be 800 gear. It might only be 750 unique, but even that may give you the boost you need to get into the T3 stuff, bosses. I mean, I'm just going by the things that I did in the past when I was with some of my characters, and it did help. Yeah, well, we're not going to see any Spiritborn anything until season 7. So they've already, you know, they made it clear they're not going to really do a whole lot to Spiritborn this season. They're going to leave it alone, and it'll be season 7 when it gets, which is exactly what they did with the Barbarian in season 1. It's what they did with the Landslide Druid. It's what they did with, you know, the Sorcerer. I mean, so it makes sense that they're doing it that way. I wasn't in agreement with it until I heard that logic, and then once they explained their logic, I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty smart actually. Yeah, or a 4GA BLT with a there you go. Somebody just had one of those. Somebody was just trying to get rid of one, or saying it, wondering if they should use it or sell it. Honestly, I haven't spent a lot of time on this character anymore because he can kill anything he wants to do. He can drop anything he wants to drop. I'm like, okay, That's what I mean, where I think a lot of people after week 2 were like, okay, now what do I do? Because all they did is they came in and did the Spiritborn.
How can
It
I
was a
help?
new class. They wanted to play it. Then they realized after just a few days of how easy it was to go through all of the
Time to
content,
break that
they
down.
then went, okay, now what? And so a lot of people left. A lot of people were like, okay, I'm already bored. Me, I created one of all of them. I didn't create any more Spiritborn, but I did, my Druid, my Barbarian, my Sorcerer, my Necro. And they're all geared, they're all at endgame content. I play them, but I don't play the Necro very much. I don't really like it. The Spirit Wave Necro is, in my opinion, not very fun. What are your thoughts about the update based on the patch notes? I think that it's going to be interesting, the update. I'm hoping that maybe they just didn't list everything, which would have been hard to do. I think there were more fixes. The reason I say that, I think there were more fixes that were necessary. I think the Mighty Tyrell's Might, there you go, another drop. I think that like the Mighty Throw Barbarian, its Mighty Throw is bugged, and you can really see it if you are fighting high level NPCs and if you're fighting next to a wall. You'll see that it bugs out, and it's like every other throw on it kind of gets bugged out because of the wall. I'd like to see that fixed. It wasn't mentioned, and maybe they're going to fix it anyway, because of course you can't probably mention everything, but double throw, mighty throw is kind of buggy, which they've already said they knew about, so I think that's going to get fixed, I hope. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you, K-Simp. I do. I agree. But I will say this: like my companion druid is a blast. I think it's underrated. My fireball sorcerer, tons of fun. Really like it. I think it's underrated. Do they need to be buffed a little? I would actually rather see, rather than buffed a little, I would rather see maybe take a look at why do they need buffed. I mean, what the number one complaint that people are complaining about, I think, is that the pit bosses, they can't drop them, they get to them, they're unable to drop them, or they run out of time, things of that nature. So maybe that needs fixed. Maybe either two ways they could fix that. I would prefer that they just lowered the hit points on the boss just a hair, when it's, but the other way you could fix it, which would probably piss off a lot of players, is you could make the NPC enemies on the way to the boss tougher. So if I can't kill the boss, I shouldn't be able to kill them either. That kind of thing, that kind of logic. But I don't know. The game is it's gone in a whole different direction, I think. And in some cases, I think it's very, very good. And in some cases, I think that there's some issues going on with it. And I've been pretty open and sharing about what I think the issues are over this season, every season, to be honest. But this season is gotten better now that it's not crashing. My biggest complaint, which made me super critical of the season, was the crashing. And then when I would post videos about the crashing, people on, Xbox and on PlayStation were telling me they were having the same problem. And then it's weird because then all of a sudden you'll have 6 or 7 people real quick say, it's never crashed on me once. And I'm like, holy cow, how did you get that lucky? Now, I've heard that the crashing has been related, right, PC-wise, which I'm playing on, based on higher-end PC, mostly video cards. So that I kind of went, okay, that definitely fits me. Makes sense if that's the reason. Now they just enacted DLS back in, so I'm thinking they must got a hold of it and they figured it out and everything is good, I hope. This is a Quill Volley build. It's actually posted on Mobalytics under Made Biker. Quill Volley. It's not the overpower. It doesn't take advantage of all the the bugs. It's just a real basic Quill Volley build. Super basic, actually. 3060 is still a good card, man. That's, you know, it's an RTX. I don't know. I don't know if the 3060 has the DLSS. I don't think it does. I think it's the 4 series. Oh, there we go. Another Mythic. Jeez, guys, they're dropping good today. Yeah, before I do that, let me just mark that. Mythics is, gosh, now we're over 11. We're over 11 in 46 minutes. So yours is crashing too? Okay, well here, let me show you something real fast, guys. If you'll just give me your patience for a minute. Cedric, try this. Go into here, go into options, and this card, I just put this 4060 in. I took the 4080 out and put it in my other computer, and it seems like it's helped. For a long time, I had this turned off. You may want to look at that. And there was another setting here somewhere. Turn off ray trace. If you have ray tracing on, turn it off, the quality, shadow quality off right there. And that alone might help you. Turning that DLSS off, and I don't know if 3060 has it though, but if it's on, turn it off. And test the game again. Okay, you got your settings to medium. Well, that should have helped a lot. Maybe, yeah, it's interesting that it's crashing on you that often still, because after this last patch, the stability patch they did, it helped me immensely. But I also took my 4080 card out because it seemed like that was the card that was giving me the most issues. And I switched it with that 4060 card, and that seemed to have helped immensely. But they did just, do that last patch, and they did turn DLSS back on. So I'm assuming they got most of those RTX, the NVIDIA card problems fixed, but maybe not. In your case, it sounds like. Yeah, I would definitely look for ray tracing. If anywhere you find that your ray tracing is on, disable all ray tracing, because that also can sometimes screw with things. Also, do make sure that your NVIDIA drivers are updated. That's probably one of the #1 things you want to check. And of course you probably already have, because most of us always do, but yeah, this build I do have posted on Mobalytics, but it's only the final build. I don't have like a leveling build posted, although I do put in some of the notes of it. Some different gear you can use that are not mythic gear. I need to do the leveling part of it and things of that nature. I just haven't had the time. I'm working on like a zillion things right now. Okay, so Marine says he has the 480 and he hasn't crashed since the last update, so I could probably put my 480 card back in. Well, I have it in my other I'm a 2 PC streamer, so I have it in my other PC, which is just taking care of streaming. It doesn't need that type of card, but I'm like, I'm not gonna waste it. It's an expensive card. I already gave my RTX 3060 card to my son probably a year ago. So that's good news. Marine's saying he's got the 480 and he hasn't seen any crashes since the last patch. Yeah, boy, the graphic cards, GPUs are so freaking expensive right now, man. They have just not, they dropped the price a little bit, but sadly be on the lookout, because if one scary thing about Trump's tariff idea is it will affect the GPUs. It did affect them before. The prices went through the freaking roof when we were doing tariffs on the chips already, and so, and plus COVID hurt it too. So yeah, hopefully the prices don't jump back up, because they're finally starting to come back down a little bit. What's up, Lendo? Good to see you. They're finally starting to come back down a little bit. But yeah, GPUs are very expensive right now. Not to mention the fact that you got some Intel chips right now that are blowing up. Blasting through T4s, awesome, bro. Awesome. Upgrade mothers to a Ryzen 7, so this will be my last for a while. There you go. I like the Ryzen chipset. I like it a lot. In fact, this, oh no, I'm sorry, it's my other PC. My other PC is using the Ryzen. This PC is using Intel. This PC is using, it's way overkill, but it's using the 24 core Intel, and I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. And then my streaming PC is using the 16 core Ryzen, which again, I don't know any of the chip numbers anymore. Bought these a while back. Set to medium. Just after too late to announce since they're pushing a new, another update today. Chuck, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Yeah, right now though, to do streaming, you don't. Well, if you're gonna do a one PC streaming setup, then yeah, your PC's got to be pretty much on point. And really what's most important is your internet connection. To be honest, that's really where it's at. And if you can get yourself a 1 gig internet line, then you're in the money. I mean, it just makes everything after that is cake. I struggled for a while until we finally got it. You know, I've been doing this now for going on 4 years, and you know, for a while, the providers in my area were only given 500. And I was still able to stream with one PC, but every now and then we felt it. Yeah, the stream settings, yeah. Yeah, the gig speed is so nice, man. I love it. So happy with it. It's been a godsend, honestly. And it's actually, mine is actually a true gig. I know, like in my area right now, like Bright House and Spectrum, they're given 954, but the problem with they're not fiber optic, and so it's not a two-way signal. It's not, it's 954, but if you start doing speed tests, you'll see that it's not giving you really good performance like others are, but it's better than, you know, it's better than 300, 200, 500, 400, you know. That's why you have to be careful with some of these people, because they're going to tell you that it's, oh, we give you a gig. You give me a gig on what? On a coax line, or are you giving me a gig on a fiber line? Because a fiber line is giving me two-way, and a coax line is like, I don't know how to explain it without using the word, which is the wrong word, but it's more of a one-way packet transfer. And that's really not even the best explanation of it. There you go. Cedric is using Spectrum and he's getting good. So there you go. And they're using coax. I know Spectrum, and well, I think Spectrum is starting to get into the fiber world now, but I know that if they're doing that through coax, that's awesome. They make this really cool device out there. You can find it on Amazon. It's super cool. I have it. I don't know what the name of it is. I did a stream where we were showing it off and the manual and everything for it. And it's cheap. It's this little device that, like, if your house is like mine, I have a really big house, right? And all these different rooms. And so I wanted to have that speed in all those rooms. There you go. Zaz got the same thing. He's got Spectrum as well. So what I did is I bought this device, and it actually is a coax device. It goes into your your providers. There you go, another mythic. It goes into your provider's modem, router, whatever it is they may be using, and then it plugs into your coax feed in any room, in that room. That then transfers that speed to every room, and it comes out as an Ethernet line. And man, I'm so impressed with it. I really thought it was bullshit. I am so impressed with it. It is so awesome because it's given me just great connections in every room. And my wife has an office in the house as well, and then my son as well. So everybody's pulling super high speeds by using this device. It's such a cool little device. I think it was two of them for $79. Of course, you need one that connects to your main feed from your host, your ISP, and whatever room they brought it into. And then the other one is used for the room that you want to connect it to. And it's convenient because it uses your home's coax cable that's ran through every home for cable TV. And you can also use your TV on it just fine. It doesn't interrupt it, but it sends that high-speed signal over that line. And man, I am so impressed with it. Unbelievable. There is no queue, but I don't really use a queue system. We just go. I don't know a whole lot about Starlink. I know that the people that are out on farms and stuff like it, but I don't know what the speeds are. Because I grew up in Iowa and in the farming community where you didn't, right now, still to this day, they ain't got no internet unless they use something like Starlink or satellite. And I know that they love it, but I don't know what the cost is. I don't know what the speed is. I don't know anything of that. Real slow, Cedric is saying. Okay. You have Starlink mobile for get like 140, 120, depending on the time of the day, and trees overhead. All right. So some of you have been using it. Okay, interesting. I know that we tried to use it back when I was working. We tried to use it for wireless EV chargers, and it was too slow. We just couldn't use it. And I don't know what the speed was or anything. I just know it was a crawl. We couldn't use it for EV chargers. Yeah, helpful if you're out in the rural area, because that's where a lot of the farmers, why they like it, is they're able to have internet now, something they didn't have before at all. I know EV chargers were using it really for EV charger for most companies out there. There's a lot of different companies, ABB, SemiConnect, Blink, all kinds of them. But most EV chargers have to communicate back to the host for charge amount, current, what they drew, and cost. And then they also have to communicate in some cases with a few other things where, you know, some of the newer ones are actually communicating with the vehicles. The brand new high speed ones are actually communicating with the vehicle more so, and so they're using that Wi-Fi. They kind of, I don't know, it's a weird setup the way EV chargers do it, because the ones that use Wi-Fi primarily are in parking garages, because they can't get a signal any other way. And so you've already got a strike against you right away when you're inside this all cement building, sometimes five levels underground, and you're trying to communicate. It was a nightmare. What's up, Chumma? Good to see you, bro. Glad you got that card, bro. That's awesome. Awesome. I'm glad it finally arrived. They just never scanned it when it left their building, bro. When it was picked up, they never scanned, because my wife went there and she's like, "Hey, got this. This is the ship. This is the paperwork you gave me. Where is it?" And the girl told her, "Oh," but she looked it up and said, "Oh, it's gonna get delivered today at before 9 p.m." So my wife texted me, and then I just sent it to you. They just never scanned it when it left the building. The update takes you 2 hours to download. Holy smokes. Yours can't handle the software. Oh, that sucks. Why? What is it? What happens? What happens when you try to run the Elgato? Well, actually, there really isn't. There's just the driver, and then so all you should be loading is, oh, Streamlabs crashes. Okay, well, don't use Streamlabs. Go to OBS. OBS is a lot less heavy, way heavy. Streamlabs is heavy. Yeah, try going to the OBS. Also, there's another free one is XSplit. XSplit is pretty cool. It's interesting. I liked it. It was kind of interesting, and it's super easy and very light. And I think that's about it. But Twitch Studios also has the ability that you should be able. But yeah, try using OBS Studio instead, bro. It's not quite as heavy as Streamlabs is crashing. Okay, I would definitely try loading up OBS Studio. I know it sucks. I know. Trust me, I know. But try loading up OBS Studio, or even go and check out XSplit. Especially if you're only trying to stream at one place, you know what I'm saying? Then XSplit or something like that may be way better avenue for you to go. And XSplit is actually, you know, Windows, and it's actually really cool. It just needs a few more features, but I mean, it'll at least get you rolling. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, OBS is, Streamlabs basically stole the OBS and made their own thing. Yeah, it is. They are the same, but OBS is much lighter. It's not as heavy as Streamlabs is. Streamlabs, because everything is built in, it's a heavy load compared to OBS Studio. Yeah, XSplit was one of the original, and it's still very. There's another Mythic. Look at that, guys. We're dropping them like crazy today. Yeah, I'm telling you, try XSplit. Chubba, try it. It's a quick download, super quick, and it may solve your issues because it's made for exactly like that to be. It's very light. I tested it for early on, maybe a few years ago, just so I could just test it. I had people asking me about it, and I really, really liked the interface. I really liked it a lot. It just needed a few more features, and really it was because I stream multi-stream at so many different platforms that was what it was lacking. But if you're only looking to stream to one platform, XSplit might be exactly what you need, bro. And plus, like I said, Twitch Studio, I think, is built right into Twitch. I know people are using it to stream, especially for consoles. That's where its specialty is for consoles. I've never used it, but I've heard other people tell me that it works so good if you're on a console. And with that capture card I sent you, you may be able to do it that way. I don't know, bro. I'm just trying to help you. Okay, I would really like to get another one of the BLTs here, but it's not. It's dropping me a lot of twos, but I don't want a two.
Don't ruin all that work.
So I've really kind of lost count. I think I know we're way past 10. We're at like 15. And Pavel, Sunraku, you don't have to. That's totally up to you. That's 100% up to you, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody getting their drops. This is what it's all about. I want to get you guys drops. Drops for everyone. Okay, you're good. So we are going to have a heavy, where is he? Heavy and light. There's going to be a spot. Oh, it's open right now. So we have a spot open right now. We have room for one. Whoever it is that gets it first. There's another mythic. Holy smokes. This is going to be our highest day here, probably. Oh, he just beat you, bro. We just got somebody in. I don't know who it was. I have no idea who it was. I just had to say no to decline, but yeah, it's fast. That's why when I call it out, be on the lookout. Was it? I don't know who I'll tell you in a second who I missed. What's up, Bobby? We've been getting them every day, bro. Every day. Every day. Quite a few. Let me see. We got... Oh, so it looks like Heavy, you got skipped. Sorry, bro. All right. And we'll do this again on Sunday, again like we did. John, here's what I would recommend you do, because every piece, there's a boss loot table. Look, go on Google and do a Diablo 4 Season 6 boss loot table, and it's going to show you where all of those uniques drop specifically. And you're going to be able to go right to that boss and farm that boss. And if you're a T3 and you can't do the boss, drop down to a T2 and go do that boss, and the same uniques are going to drop there. But there is a published, and I don't have it on me right now, but there is a published loot boss loot table. The new patch is not dropped as of yet, and that boss loot table will tell you exactly where to go to get that piece. Now some pieces it'll even tell you can only get at Infernal Horde, but yeah, it's going to tell you where every unique piece drops. And then oh, okay, I got to go spend my time here. It makes it a little bit more efficient for you. Well, we're well past. It's been an hour and 9 minutes, and we are well past 15 mythics already. I want to say we're getting close to 20 already. Usually we get 20 every 2 hours, and this is really... All right, Heavy and Light. Sorry, bro. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's so crazy because I hear so many people telling me they can't get mythics, and yet I'll bet you Enosa just joined, but I'll bet you everybody else in the group has gotten, I know they have gotten mythics. The guy that left had 2 mythics. He got 2 mythics. I mean, we have been super successful, and it's like really no difference between me and you. For some reason, though, it just seems to work. I'm in Torment 4, but Torment 4, it just gives you more drops. Like in Torment 3, let's say you get 15 drops, and in Torment 4 you get 20 drops. So yeah, the odds are a little bit better with each level. Each difficulty level you go up, the odds increase because more drops occur. But I've gotten them in T2, I've gotten them in T3. I mean, I didn't spend a lot of time in T2 and T3. I just did it as I was leveling. The same way I advise people when they tell me, oh, I can't get through. I tell them, go drop down one tier and go do it again, run the boss, and start killing the boss and get better gear, and then go back up to T4 or T3 or whatever you're at. That's what I did when I was leveling my characters, and it worked for me. So that's why I say it. It doesn't mean it works for everybody, but it worked for me. But yeah, at T4, you're going to get a lot more just because of the amount of drops that happen.
How can I help?
We spent Sunday, Chumba did most of it. Actually, he did all of it. Chumba ran people through Pit. While I was running people through bosses, he was running people through Pit to get them to Torment 4. And that then allowed them to come in and run bosses and get mythic gear. So we had 2 little groups going. Yeah, the patch is not out already. Not yet. I haven't seen it yet. I usually just do streaming during the 11 a.m. time. But on Sundays, I do it at 2 p.m. Eastern. So people that work during the week can get in. I usually do not stream during at PM anymore. I used to, not anymore. I know Chumba does. Chumba, I think, is a PM streamer. And he's even in TikTok right now saying he can run people through to get them Torment 4 right now through the Pit. But CG, I think that Chumba does do, yeah, he's a AM and PM streamer. So yeah, you can catch him on the PM. And he's a streamer as well, and he does a lot of this as well. Run a Pit 70 with no issues. I kind of found where it was in the 90s that you notice where the boss's hit points have gotten a little bit insane for anything that's not a Spiritborn. Thing called time. Yeah. Yeah, Alex is 20. Chumba is 24/7. The dude is good people, man. You guys have heard me say it before. Follow him on Twitch for sure. Yeah, and a lot of times, CG, you can do that by doing these bosses, but some people, you know, like if they're T4 and they can't solo the boss, I tell them go down to T3. You'd be surprised. You'll still see some GA pieces drop. And maybe all you need to get that boost. But if you're already doing tier 70s, you're fine. We're going to do this boss, and then at the end of the stream, we're going to do just like we did last week and what we did on Sunday. We're going to go run a Wave 10 Torment, so everybody has some Obidusite, so they can upgrade any gear that they get here that they're going to use. That was a request that a couple of viewers, you know, people that I had ran before had said, hey, awesome that I got this gear, but I can't run. I'm having problems running Horde. I'm like, oh, all right, we'll do that too then. We'll incorporate that into these. Yeah, Death Shroud is huge, bro. I agree with you on that. Death Shroud is a great piece. I mean, it is. It really is a good piece. Yeah, I think Hera Perdition is really good for some builds too. I think that piece is another piece that is really good. Can't use the Shroud with the leap. Hera Perdition, there you go. Just said it and you just got it, Lysander. Awesome. Got the high hand today, Naomi, huh? That's awesome. Whoops, let's pick up all this stuff first. So we are well over. We are like already at probably not quite, almost 20 mythics. Rod of Kelpie, there you go. 4-star. Wow, good drop, Z. That's a good drop. You'll be able to get some good money for that. Yeah, that is a nice drop, bro. So, Christopher, that question got brought up at the last campfire chat about people buying mats. And it was brought up as a question at the very end of the campfire chat. And the developers told them, we don't care. Now, that is a whole different philosophy of what they had in the past. And the reason that that philosophy is now here is for two reasons. One is because the dupe problem has been taken care of. They fixed the dupe problem, which is what the biggest problem was that they were having with these outside places. But the second reason is because people like games like Path of Exile and things like that, they have their own shop. They encourage it. It's open. It's, you know, the place, I know that the place that Chumbo uses, they actually buy mats from players. They will buy the mats from you and they resell them. They're not duping any pieces. They're not anything. It's a pretty legit service. They come online, they meet you, they trade with you. It's a lot. I think things have slowly changing in that regard with Diablo. Now, maybe not all of the traders are like that. I don't know, but yeah, that question actually got brought up. If you watch the campfire chat at the very end, there's a question that's brought in by a viewer, and they talk about the buying and selling of mats and trade and all this, and they made it pretty clear that it was a topic they didn't care about. Yeah, yesterday I did not was not able to get online at all. It was just life. It was life. I don't know of an time for the patch. I'm sure that if I'm still online, it'll crash me when it happens. That part I know. Although it's supposed to ignore it lately, it does ignore it, but it still crashes you. And then when you come back from the crash, it says update, and it does the update before you can do anything. I think there's a few glitches, William, and hopefully those are going to get corrected today with this patch. I hope. Yeah, yesterday I just had stuff happen at the house here that I had to attend to that kind of bit into my streaming time. And it ended up, instead of like I thought it was just going to take an hour, it ended up taking like 5 hours, and just stupid stuff. I was able to hurry up and get on in the morning and go to the clan, and I posted in the clan that I wasn't going to be able to stream. But yeah, if you're not a member of the clan, you wouldn't have known. I had a 13%, but now it shows 9, and I haven't changed any gear. That's interesting. That's a new one I haven't heard of. Huh. I'll do another Sunday. We're going to try to do those Sundays every Sunday now at 2 p.m. Eastern. So people that work can definitely get in on those. I'm also going to try to get a queue system involved, so it's a little bit easier for you guys and easier for me probably too. That I am working on. There you go, Melted Heart, another mythic. I really hate stream elements, and I know that it's built into you can use it with them, and I've kind of been searching. I've been searching Google like crazy for a different method, different way I could do it. And because I'm a programmer, I actually started thinking about, can I code my own way and interface? I've been looking at all these different angles because I just can't stand stream elements, but I'm probably gonna have to break down and do it. And Stream Elements does open up quite a few things for you guys too. So you just looked it up, 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's what I was saying originally. I thought the patch would be about 1 p.m. because if they do it at their normal early time, 11 a.m., which is, they're kind of tied now to Steam, since they're using Steam now as well. They're kind of tied to them. And so that's usually at 11 a.m. at Steam. Although you can do it later, but most things that happen at Steam happen at 11 a.m. California time. So 1 o'clock our time, or 2 o'clock, or 10 a.m. I'm sorry, 10 a.m. California time, 1 o'clock our time, Eastern time. Well, I love Streamlabs. I love Streamlabs. I love it. I know Ring of Starless Skies with Sandra got. All right, man. We are probably over 20 mythic drops in an hour and a half. That is amazing. This is a good day on drops. I like Streamlabs a lot, and the reason I like Streamlabs is because they have multi-streaming built in. It's built right in. So that's why I like it. Stream Elements. What's up, Alexander? Stream Elements I don't really like too much, only because of the way it attaches itself to your computer. I do not like the way they do that. It attaches itself very similar to almost like a virus does. Very hard to get off your computer when you don't want it anymore. But really, Stream Elements and Stream Labs are two different monsters, because Stream Elements isn't really a streaming service like Streamlabs is and OBS Studio is. It's more of like an add-on. It's more of like these really nice extensions that are really cool to have, and that's why I used it in the beginning. And then I forget why I stopped using it, and then I couldn't get it off my computer, and it just drove me insane. It pissed me off to no end. But yeah, I really like Streamlabs, even though they've gotten a lot of bad publicity, because I mean, really, I admit they stole their product from OBS, and they continue to steal from OBS Studios. But I've used OBS Studios and I've used Streamlabs. I've used them both. Streamlabs I like better. OBS Studios has multi-streaming, but it's an add-on. It's totally a weird way they do it. You actually have to initiate the stream, then go in and fill in your data, title, description, things of this nature. And then as you're doing that, your audience is sitting there waiting. That's what I didn't like about the way OBS Studio does it. So I mean, that's why. I've used Restream too before in the past, and they do the exact same way. But the biggest issue with Restream is, here's another reason why Streamlabs does it so much better than everyone else. Their chat not for TikTok, but for Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, is all into one screen. Now, to reply to them, sometimes I have to change screens if I want to reply only to one. Like if I just want to reply to a YouTube person, I have to go to that YouTube screen and do that. But oh, Alexander, I am so sorry to hear about your friend passing away. Be well, my friend. And yeah, just take some time to grieve. That sounds terrible. I am so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. Yeah, cancer is nobody's friend. Again, very sorry to hear that, Alexander. Oh, thank you, Lady Poke. Appreciate it. So what are we at, guys? We're over 20 mythic drops. It's been an hour and 29 minutes. This is definitely by far the most we've seen for quite a while. We've usually we're lucky to see 24 in 2 hours. We're at 20 in an hour and a half. It's pretty amazing. Everybody's getting stuff. Everybody's getting their gear. And it's been such a wide range today, too. A little bit of everything is dropping. You're welcome, Alexander. Full. Yeah. That's terrible news, Alexander. Okay. Well, let's keep pushing. Someday they might give us a stash box or an anvil or something inside the boss headquarters that we don't have to run back here to an NPC every time our bag fills. Would make this much more efficient, but they may not want to do that because this does keep you online. I mean, it does give them more retention. You know what I'm saying? You're in the game longer. Can you see my gear? Absolutely. Hang on. Let me drop this and I will show you my gear. This build is actually, my build is available on Mobalytics under Made Biker's Quill Volley. You'll see it there. But it doesn't have a leveling build. It's just the final build. But yeah, my gear is this, and I'll have to click it so you won't be able to see it. Oh, you're on Twitch. You'll be able to see it. But yeah, I'm wearing this piece, headpiece. It's only a 1 GA. Shroud of False, 1 GA. Venturer's Gloves, Moonrise Aspect, Interdiction Aspect on my pants, Yen's Blessing for my boots, Rod of Keplik, or whatever you want to call it, as my weapon. I use the BLT for my necklace, just a ring using unyielding hits, which is really important. Unyielding hits is extremely important in this build. And then the Ring of the Midnight Sun. This is probably this piece and this piece are the two most important pieces on this build, okay? This piece you absolutely have to have, where you see that when you critically strike, you regain 44%. You want that number to be as high as you can. That number has to be as high as you can get it. I used to have one that was 47%, but I changed it out for this 3 GA. Anyway, that's what you want to do for this build. Headpiece in my weapon. Yeah, well, that headpiece has been dropping a lot in here. I mean, again, it's all about running the bosses. Yeah, the ring and the rod is exactly what makes this build do what it does. 50% on the ring, so there you go. So that's a really good ring to use. You know, really, really good. I had one too that was a 1 GA, but I decided, okay, I've got everything else to where I need it now at higher level. I don't need it's to 44%. I thought was just as good with some of the other things I was gaining with 3GA. But yeah, you're right. You're right. You can do a 1 GA. I did a 1 GA build for a long time with that. I think mine was 47%, and it was awesome. Gotcha, Joker. Awesome. There's another mythic. Holy smokes, today is hot, man. We're getting a lot of Shattered Vow today, it looks like, too, I see. All right, let me get this cashed in. Bags are full. I'm learning to start checking these a little bit more. I used to just break them and just didn't care, but now just checking them a little bit more. Yeah, definitely on Sunday we will do another run at 2 p.m. Eastern time for you guys that have to work. Try to get you in on those. It's actually, it was very successful, and we actually changed through the group. The group changed heads quite a bit. It was a very successful run. Lysander and other people bowed out and let others join. It was great. It was just a great day. Yeah. Hell, Sunday was busy, man. Sunday was busy. Jumbo was running people. Alex was running people through the pit to get them to Torment 4. I was running people through boss. He was also running people through bosses as he could. And it was just we had a busy few hours there. But it was pretty successful. We got a lot done. A lot got accomplished. So Andy is going online. He's going to be hopping on here soon. He's another one that can help people out. We got the community is so good right now. I think I think it's very strong in Diablo. 60 quick. There you go. I hate my Necro, bro. I never play my Spirit Wave. Now maybe I'll enjoy it more after these buffs today because he's just so squishy. I really like my Druid. Companion Druid. Fireball Sorcerer is another one I really enjoy. Mighty Throw Barbarian I would enjoy more if they would fix the bug with fighting next to a wall. Murder really bad. Yeah, I think I hope they're gonna fix the Mighty Throw. It needs it. The only thing I have not done yet is a rogue. I want to do the Dancing Knives build, and now that they're fixing Victimize, there may be some other builds that really stand out. I usually really like playing my rogues, but this season I haven't done one. I've been just so busy with all these others. Oh yeah, I saw Darths. Yeah. Oh yeah. I had to turn the comments off on that video, man. People were just cussing and cursing and just leaving the most vile things. And I was like, okay, when you do that, I know that there's some truth behind exactly what I was saying. It hit a nerve for sure. And I had some people actually, Rog, that contacted me. Yeah, I really like the Fireball Alexander too. I had some people contact me and chatted with me and asked for the evidence that I had found, and I sent it to them, and they were like, "Oh," and I'm like, "There you go." So now you've seen what I seen. I told them, "Now you've seen what I seen. What do you feel like now?" They were like, "Okay, wasn't aware of that," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not out to. I wasn't trying. All I was doing is giving my opinion because so many people come to me and say, man, you say this and this and this really sucks, but this streamer said it's the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, when did they say it's the greatest thing ever? Oh, they just said it. So of course I went to those streams and I seen it. You know, I snipped it and went, yeah, they did say it. And it wasn't said sarcastically. It wasn't any of that. Oh, I made a lot of money on those guys, Rog. A lot. I even told them that. I even told them, you guys are making me a fortune right now. I made a lot of money on them, man. It's too bad, but it is what it is. Darth, you know, I actually followed, me and Darth have actually had other interactions that were very positive in the past. So one of them was when he was having some issues and talking about leaving streaming and things of that, where I supported him greatly. I actually did a video supporting him. There goes my mouse. Something's happening with my mouse. But yeah, it definitely hit a sore subject on a lot of people. it was kind of right now we are full. Oh no, we have room right now, Corey. Right now there is room, guys. We do have one spot just opened up. Yeah, there's a lot of people. A few people were good enough that they actually contacted me. There you go. Now we are full. They contacted me and we chatted, and it was good chats, really good chats. You know, and like a lot of them were upset that I didn't post the evidence and I didn't post their names. And I told them, I'm not going to do that. I ain't doing that. All I'm doing is putting out this, saying to the people that are coming to me, I'm telling them, this is why you're seeing a different opinion in some cases. Not in every case, but in some cases.
The forge is always
I tried to
open.
point out to them also that, if you look at the likes and dislikes on my video, it looks like there's a hell of a lot more likes than there are thumbs down. The thumbs up are like 3 times. Well, maybe not anymore. I haven't looked at it for quite a while, but it was 3 times what the thumbs down were. So now I don't know if that's still true, but I'm just saying, obviously I'm not the only person that feels the way I do. I really like Darth. I like Darth a lot. Always have. Yeah, I agree with you there. He's a pretty real guy. 4GA Godslayer crowned yesterday. Awesome, bro.
Hello.
Yeah, 25 minutes. That patch is probably going to be released. I have a feeling it's probably going to crash me when it happens. Oh, I calls you. Ignore her calls. That'll do a really big favor for you. I don't know. I think you know, I don't know. I think Darth is like anybody else. He tries to look at the data, and he gives you a perspective based on what he sees, and it's usually a pretty honest perspective. That video definitely put some streamers on notice a little bit that, hey, you know, a lot of people are actually watching what you're saying. And if you mislead the people, you're going to get called out on it eventually. There's a whole lot more I could have said, and I didn't want to. It's just like, I think I made my point. That's all I want to do. And now we're just going to walk away. The funniest part about all of it was the people that I did chat with. I will say this: they felt like I needed them, and I was like, "No, you're wrong. I don't need you. I stream for me. I don't stream for you. You know, if I don't stream for me, then it's a lost cause. Because if I'm not enjoying it, then why am I doing it?" And, you know, they were kind of surprised at that answer. They felt like, well, you should just be more supportive of these other streamers. And I'm like, why? If they're doing shit that's not legit, why would I'm not going to support it. I'm not. And really, honestly, just to be honest with you, it took one video. I sent them one link to one video to these guys. They contacted me, were good enough to contact me, and rather than just say shit, they actually contacted me. And I sent them one link of one video, and it opened all of their eyes, because a lot of streamers were involved in one video. And I told them, listen, man, people are basing their decision to buy the game, to play the game, on shit that you say in this video, and it's just not right. it's bad. You were used as marketing guys. And you didn't even know you were being used that way. Well, or they did know. I personally think they did know, but whatever. So yeah, I seen it. How could you not? So what do we are? We're about 1 hour and 46 minutes in. We're definitely over 20 mythic drops. It's kind of slowed down here the last 10 minutes or so, though. Yeah, they really got pissed after I turned off. Well, I mean, some of the people knew why I turned off the comments because they were the ones that left the really huge, nasty, just full of curse words, bro. And I'm like, really? That's your comment? But yeah, PoE 2, December 6th. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. Yeah, I definitely ruffled some feathers, and it's kind of what I intended to do. And really, I was making more of a statement to my viewers that this is why I tell you one thing and they tell you another. And so that was really the reason that it came about, which is why it wasn't necessary to put names in the video. It wasn't necessary that was not necessary at all. And that's why I didn't do it. A lot of people were pissed off that I didn't do that. But like I told them again, if you look at the video, there seems to be a whole hell of a lot of thumbs up compared to the thumbs down. And that means one thing. It means that other people have the same perception I do. Whether it's true, true or not, this is what I tried to tell the people that were kind enough to contact me in chat, is whether the perception is real or not, the paradigm is there. I mean, if people believe it, that's all that matters. And if you're not doing anything to change their belief, then of course they're going to believe that. You know, I had a couple streamers reach out to me and tell me, oh, well, I was saying it sarcastically. Okay. You knew you were saying it sarcastically, but nobody else did. Patch will be here soon. It's coming. I want to say like 20 minutes. Yeah, like 19 minutes away. It's coming. Everybody's eager for it. I'm doing great, Eric. How are you? Yeah, Mike, that's exactly what I told these chatters was, hey, man, you guys put the pictures of the people on there, not me. You know, that's not what my cover of the video looked like. I didn't, you knew who I was talking about immediately. And like I said, it's only about 8 to 12 of them. And they are, people say, well, we knew because they took the trip. Well, there was like 30 people that took the trip. I mean, there's 8 to 12 that are a little bit more involved in just that. I also thought it was funny because one of the chatters kept kind of make the point to me about embargo and NDA. And I'm like, listen, bro, you still have the risk of giving up something. They offered you something for the embargo, for you to adhere to the embargo. If you broke the embargo, what was it that you lost? Oh, well, nobody wants to say that. Oh, okay, but that's my point. That's the whole point.
How can I help?
Whether it was good to see you, Jared. Thank you. Appreciate the subscription. Whether it was an NDA or an embargo doesn't matter. They both have the risk of losing something if you break them. What was it that you risked losing? Now, I have one person that contacted me, and I don't know this to be true or not. And so I'm going to share it here and say whether or not it's true or not, I don't know. But they either were pretending or not. They said that they were connected to the D4 team. And they claimed that one streamer is without a doubt working with the D4 team. And I already knew who the streamer was anyway, just because. But anyway, it was an interesting conversation. And when I tried to press the person for a name, they wouldn't give it. And that made me kind of doubt some of the things that they had to say. But it was an interesting conversation, I'll say that. You know, G-Bob, I will not confirm nor deny that name. But guys, I don't want to name. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to say any. All I can say is everything that I found was on the internet. Everything. And I can tell you very plainly that there's one video that involves a lot of them, and it's at the Diablo site. And it's right at their, it's right on the Diablo YouTube page. Yeah. I mean, and to be honest with you, I don't care. I honestly don't give a shit. I don't care. I hope these guys are making millions and millions of dollars off their partnership with Diablo. Honestly, I mean, the only reason I made the video was because of my viewers. Again, viewers coming to me and saying, why are you saying this when such and such streamer is saying this? And I would ask that person that came to me and said, where did they say this? And they would send me a link to a video. I would go to the video and I would watch it. There wasn't said with sarcasm, it was said. And so I would clip it and put it in my little folder of, interesting. And it just started happening more and more that I just, like I said in the video, I just wanted to clear it up. I wanted my viewers to know that this is why, it may be one of the reasons why what I say is being opposite of what others are saying. And in some cases it's not. I mean, in some cases it's just, hey, that's the way they feel. But I thought DM's video, his little refreshing video of my video, kind of in some ways proved my point, where he said at the end, I agree with everything he said. But the reaction was still bad by a lot of people who just wanted to come into my video and cuss, and they left message after message after message of cussing, so yeah, got out of hand. I had to block all comments. It was just ridiculous. Then they started going to my other videos and leaving comments, and so all I did is just raised up the moderation level to strict for a while. And I'm like, okay, so you guys are like little kids, man. But yeah, it's the whole streaming community right away kind of knew who I was talking about, and they started naming names that I just, again, I told them I'm not going to confirm or deny, but everything you're saying you can find out for yourself right off. Go on the internet, you'll find out real quick. It's pretty simple. And then I just kind of left it alone. I kind of said, okay, I did it for my own reasons, posted it. I wasn't trying to, basically just wanted my people to know. That was it. And then it turned into this, where it's like, all right, whatever. I found it very odd that some of the streamers that did contact me and we did chat. We had some really good chat with some of them. They again really felt as though that if I don't play nice with these other streamers, it's gonna hurt me. And I'm like, okay, I don't really know how that's gonna affect me. If I'm gonna do a collaborative stream, I'm gonna do it with Chumba. If I'm gonna do it with, I'm gonna do it with somebody that I want to hang out with, somebody that I want to play with. I'm not gonna do it with one of these guys that, just. So I thought it was kind of odd that was a lot of opinion of those people, was that, well, you should play nice because, it's a small streaming community and, they can hurt you and they can, I'm like, all right, well, let them try. That's okay. Yeah, exactly. People are going to follow who they want to follow. It was funny. Some of the people in the comments told me, man, I can't stand your voice. Okay, then don't watch. It's really simple. There's a lot of people that I don't watch because of my own reasons. I'm not like standing there with a gun saying, watch me or I kill you. I try to be honest with people. I try to tell them what I know, what I don't know. And if I don't know, I say, I don't freaking know. If I can help, I can help. Then those same guys that went berserk on that one video, they started all pissed off about me posting that video about leveling 1 to 60 in less than 20 minutes. Well, it's none of their business, but I'll tell you guys, the reason that video was done was because Big Rig, one of my loyal followers, contacted me and said, hey man, can you put that together in a format, and that's what I did. Was it old data? Yeah, but it's still good data. And he wanted it, he requested it. I made it I made it in probably in 15 minutes or less, and it kind of shows. But those people were like, oh, you're taking other people's things, taking credit for it. No, I'm not. I didn't take credit for it at all. All I did is put it in a written form that went up on the screen so Big Rig and others, Shattered Bow, there you go. So Big Rig and others could screen capture it, and they would have the ability to use that to level from 1 to 60 in under 20 minutes. And if you read the comments on that on YouTube, I've already got people thanking me saying, hey man, I haven't played this game for a long time. I went in, I didn't know you could do that. I did it with my brother. We got him to level 60 in under 20 minutes, he said. It made me feel good. I'm like, cool, it helped you. That's exactly what it was there for. But boy, a lot of people got bent. And it was the same people that were bent over me calling out maybe their favorite streamer. And it's just like, you just can't win with some people. They're going to cry if you do and cry if you don't. So I just take care of me. Honestly, I just take care of me. If it helps my people, if it helps my followers, if it helps my viewers, awesome. It's the same reason that we run these. I use my mats for you guys. I don't want you to use yours. I use mine so you can pay it forward, and I help you so I can help you. That's really all about it. Yeah, I don't know what it was, Corey, but it pissed off a lot of people. And one thing I will say is a lot of streamers stayed away from the subject entirely because they knew. If you start digging and getting pissy, I will definitely present the evidence if you want to fight. And they were smart. They said, nope, we're not going to touch that with a freaking 10-foot pole. But anyway, hopefully it's going to go in history, and hopefully it's just going to drop off in everybody's mind, and people now are understanding why when I say one thing and maybe so-and-so streamer says another, There may be another reason behind it. Actually, I was getting really frustrated with it because I had just so many people contact me going, well, why are you saying this? This guy said this. Where did he say that? Show me. And they did. I was like, shit, you're right. Yeah, exactly. The content's going to get recycled. It's so funny because those same guys that were screaming and yelling, they follow people that every streamer's doing the exact same, you know, they'll all do the patch notes. Every single streamer will do the patch notes within 2 days of the patch notes being out. Every streamer does it. I don't, but they do. And it's like, wait a minute, you're calling me out because I did this video on how to level from 1 to 60 in under 20 minutes, but you don't care that all these other guys are doing the exact same video over and over and over. It's just gotta take it with what it is. Why don't we get anything after completing the season favor thing than just more notice? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about, let me see. Are you talking about this guy? This right here? You're right. It should be infinity though. You should be continually getting stuff from that guy as you earn. And also keep in mind that is, as you earn that, that's also helping these idiots here with this, getting your rapport. But maybe that's not what you're talking about. Maybe I misunderstood your question. Exactly, G-Bob. Exactly. Yeah, last season you continued earning rewards, but this season, once it's done, it's done. So you mean to tell me that they don't do the infinity, you're not still, I haven't checked that. That's interesting. What's going on here? Why is that's weird. Yeah, I missed the mailbox was in World of Warcraft too. I missed that too. I wish they would put that here where you could send stuff to your friends. It would be so handy because I got so many people that contact me for wanting some ruins and things of that nature that I never hook up with them. And then by the time I'm online and they're online, they're like, oh, I already got that a week ago. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I miss it too. Yeah, they need to add a few of those things would really make life easier, wouldn't it? After the last reward, you get nothing else. Interesting. Huh. Wonder why they did that this season. So it sounds like Azonk is right. That's the way it is. People are confirming it. I was unaware. I probably haven't been back. I think I just opened my last box there last week, so yeah. Maybe. Hair of Perdition just dropped. There you go. Man, we've got a lot of drops today. I think in 3 minutes the patch is coming too, so hopefully I don't crash. We'll see what happens. Seems like whenever they do a patch, even though I have it turned off not to do it in the background, it doesn't do it. It just crashes me and then it forces me to do the update. Pale marks in the den. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh, sound is being funny again. See, that tells me that the patch is starting to hit. Oh, there it is. That's probably why G-Bob just said the sound is starting to flake out on my system again, and it does this. This patch is probably just about ready to hit then, and I just see that somebody's patches for PlayStation already, so it must be available. Mm. Yeah, he's seeing lag on the sound too on Twitch too. So we're seeing it TikTok, Twitch. When that happens, it is because they're doing something in the background. Patch has probably just gotten released. My system isn't downloading it in the background, but still, for some reason, BattleNet likes to freak out. I do not have Discord anymore, although I need to put that back up, but yeah, I do not anymore. Glitch in the Matrix, exactly. No, they're not nerfing Spiritborn at all. They're not doing anything to Spiritborn. Not going to do a single thing. They're going to leave it until season 7, which is what they did with the Barbarian on season 1. So it kind of makes sense that they're going to follow that path. I know a lot of people are not happy about it, but it's true. Season 1 Barbarian, they didn't touch it. They left it, and he was broke. Then they left Landslide Druid. They left Lightning Spear Source. I mean, I think it's a smart decision, especially with the season, coming up. Yeah, every class has had a broken build. I agree. I agree with that. And they've kind of left them alone until the end of the season. So, I mean, it kind of unless it was something that like really broke the game, like too much AoE effects going on or something like that. Yeah, they are supposed to be doing a few things, but basically the Spiritborn is really going to go, a lot of it is untouched until season 7 is what they said anyway. We're going to find out today, aren't we? Yeah, Spiritborn was Godslayer Crown 4 GA. Look at that. Spiritborn was supposed to be OP. I mean, it was the new thing. So yeah, it makes sense why they did it. It just wasn't supposed to be as broken as they, like the Diablo guy said, we didn't intend on 30 trillion damage. There you go, Melted Heart. Man, I'm telling you guys, a lot of mythics today. We were probably close to 30 today in 2 hours. Yeah, right, exactly, A8. That's exactly what their Blizzard's response was. Yeah, every new class comes OP. I mean, that's how they get you to play it. I like all the other characters way better this season than the Spiritborn. All of my druid, my sorcerer, my barbarian. I like them all better except for the necro. I don't. My only dislike about the Spiritborn is he's just way too easy. I mean, way too simple. But I mean, that was their intention, and they've accomplished it. And hopefully in season 7, it'll be a class that I'll enjoy playing more. I use it now for bringing people through bosses, bringing them through high pits, bringing them through all that crazy stuff. That's why I use. But when I'm not online, I'm playing my druid, I'm playing my sorcerer, I'm playing my barbarian, something else. Oh, Marine just got the patch, so there we go. It is for sure going. My highest pit, I hate the pit. So I think my highest pit is like 120. I really hate the pit. I only run it when I have to. Not a fan. I hated it back in season 4. That's why I love season 5, because you didn't have to run the pit. You could just go run Infernal Hordes. I didn't do the pit once with all 5 characters. But this season they forced you. I could probably run higher pits if I went and tried it. I only run what's necessary. Run what's fast. Let me say that. Whatever level I can run that's super efficient and quick to level my glyphs, that's what I do. There we go. Some of the Herald just dropped. I love the Horde. I really do. I like the Horde a lot. My favorite. And speaking of that, guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run this. We're gonna fill our bags here, and then we're gonna go, because I'm gonna have to get offline here soon. And then we're gonna go and run the Horde. I want to bring you all through a Wave 10 Horde, so you can get some running the pit and running Nightmare Dungeons. Well, the pit you have to do because of glyphs. Nightmare Dungeons, I do it just for a change of pace because there's something different. But yeah, you're forced to do the pit now because of the glyphs. So we're gonna fill up our bags here. We're gonna cash them in, and then we're gonna go do Wave 10 Torment, so you guys can get some Obudicite. They nerfed Obudicite in the Hordes? Really? I haven't noticed. They might have. Okay, so my bags are full. And do I want to come back for any of this? No. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go cash this in, and we're gonna go do a Wave 10 Infernal Horde. And yeah, the sound. Everybody's saying my sound is freaking out. It happens when they do these updates every time. Right now, everybody and their brother is online downloading the patch. And what seems to always happen is the sound goes berserk. All right, so now let's do this. We're gonna go here. And we'll do a 10. Let's see. There we go. Okay, we're good. And let's do this. Let's do this. And here we go. Yeah, they might have G-Bob. I haven't looked into it. Really, I haven't really noticed. We're killing them all before they can get into this ring. A lot of good players in here right now with me. I mean, these guys aren't even having time to really get anywhere after they spawn. That's awesome. It's a good group. Good job, guys. Really, really, really freaking good, man. That was really good. Yep, you guys go ahead and choose. You choose whatever you want. I'm just gonna be here to support. Because you guys are good. You guys are already, you don't need my help. Good group. I could literally just go stand in the corner and these guys will clear it. No problems. Okay. Yeah, the sound is acting up because they're doing a patch. The patch is active now, and people are all down. They're lagging out. There's nothing I can do about it except for turn it off. And this is going to be the end of my stream anyway once we get all this done, so I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, it's definitely them. You guys go ahead and choose whatever you want. Choose whatever you want. It's all yours. I'm telling you, these guys aren't even getting a chance to even move after they spawn. Yeah, Blizzard has, which I was unaware of, and Trumbo was the one that told me, they've got a memory leak with their sound. And it really gets bad when they do these patches, because any bit of lag, there's not a whole lot I can do until I log off and log back on. I think my sound is going to stay screwed up too until I totally stop. I don't think it corrects itself, or at least I've never seen it correct itself. And what's even crazier is I don't hear it. I don't hear any of the sound problems at all. It's only transmitted. It's only when it gets transmitted. I'm getting lazy. I'm able to watch the chat screen when I'm in here, which I normally can't. These guys are doing awesome. I don't have to do shit. I don't have to do anything. They're doing just fine. I mean, they're doing great. They're even making all the right choices on the picks. I mean, look at this. I mean, they're doing superb. All right, what do we got? We got 2 more. Now you see why everybody's playing the Spiritborn, right? That's because it's just so easy with it. It just makes it so effortlessly easy. Okay, last round right here. Here we go, last wave. Okay, so we're like over 1,000 ethers right now. All right. That is great choices these guys made. Beautiful. Now watch how fast these bosses go down. This is going to be boom. If we split up and each take one, we'll probably have them down instantly. I can't even get in. So there we go. It's done. That was pretty quick. There you go. Beautiful. Why don't I do evening streams? Just because I used to, and my family's at home in the evening, and I spend it with my family. Yeah, I don't stream anymore at the evening. It's very rare that I do. But yeah, guys, that is it for me. I have to get offline here. This was a blast. I had so much fun. Boost 2 eternal characters to 50, and there are 3 set builds per class. Oh, that's interesting, right? That's interesting. Yeah, you guys are very welcome. Very, very welcome. I always have fun running with you guys. It's so much fun every time. But I do have to get off of here. I have things I have to get done. I will be back tomorrow. Please take care, be safe, and I will see you all soon. If there's something that you're looking for me that you would like me to produce, like a video or something, let me know, and I'll be happy to try to get that out for you and make it so you have it. Anyway, take